Hello, it's Maryon Stewart and welcome to my weekly wisdom. Today I'm focusing on menopause in the workplace and how do you deal with everything and appear to be normal and functioning as you were before when you're going through the menopause. It's a really tricky issue and not one that we really want to face up to because, let's face it, most of us don't feel we're old enough to be going through the menopause, and we certainly don't want to share the fact that we are with our younger colleagues, and we don't want it to hamper our progress. If we're climbing the career ladder, we certainly don't want to feel that we can't actually achieve our dream because of a hormonal transition that's going on in our body. Some people don't even realize it's a transition, they think it's the beginning of the end, but I've got the good news for you that you can overcome your symptoms, so things can get better. But in the short term, you need to really understand more about what's going on in your body, and then we need to look at your environment in the workplace and how you can adjust it and how you can communicate so that you can get a little bit more understanding and support as you're going through this transition. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you're having a wholesome diet and that you're eating little and often. For heaven's sake, don't forget to eat, because that's the last thing you need. You need a constant supply of good nutrients going through to your brain and your nervous system to keep your hormones functioning as normally as they possibly can at a time when the estrogen levels have taken a nosedive. You also need to have plenty of foods that contain naturally occurring estrogen, so soya milk, for example, soy yogurt, edamame beans, linseeds or flax seeds. All these things contain naturally occurring estrogen, which is so similar to estrogen that you had circulating before under the microscope. So you can fool your brain into think you've got normal circulating estrogen again, and that's really important. You want to make sure you've got plenty of wholesome snacks as well. So if you're working in an office environment, for example, keep some things in your desk or in the fridge at work so that you've got things that you can reach out for and you don't get tempted to have the junky things that come around that are going around the workplace and being offered to you. So that's important. Another thing that you can do to help yourself to control your symptoms is to do some regular relaxation, and that's been shown to reduce your hot flushes by as much as 50 or 60%. So those are the things that really embarrass us in the workplace because everyone can see that you're sweating and that you're going red in the face. So you want to try and deal with that as quickly as you can. If you're feeling panicked, if you feel that you can't concentrate, then maybe it's a good idea to do a little bit of deep breathing. Try and ground yourself, put your feet on the floor, and if necessary, get up from your desk, go and have a wander around, or go out for a walk, or even go to the ladies' room. Just do something and look at different things so that you can gather yourself. But the other thing that you can do is you can layer your clothing so that if you go into environments, sometimes we can't always control the temperature in the workplace. Obviously, if you can, then do. But if you can't, then just make sure you've got layers of clothing so you can peel them off when you're feeling hot and other people aren't. And that's really important. Sometimes after a flush you can get chilled, so you need to be able to put on another layer. There are also some special clothes now made from intelligent fabric that you can wear. Become have made a range of tank tops and pants that you can wear under your clothes, and that helps to regulate your temperature, so it helps to stop you from sweating and smelling from sweat. And it also helps you to warm up again after a flush if you're feeling cold. Also, don't be afraid to communicate. You need to communicate to your manager, communicate to your colleagues, and let them know it's a transition. Just as you would if you were pregnant or having a bad day with your period. You just need to let them know. If you're doing something actively to sort yourself out, you've every right to have support in the workplace, and hopefully over time workplaces will become a bit more savvy. Come to one of my masterclasses and find out more about how you can control your symptoms naturally without having to resort to drugs and hormones, and maybe sign up for my weekly newsletter if you haven't already. I've got all sorts of new information coming. As it gets published, I try and interpret it so that you can benefit from it. So thank you for your time today, and I look forward to joining you again.